I've always wanted to build something, but I don't know how to code. Honestly, I've wanted to make money out of something I've built without that technical skills that I don't have. So, like any normal person, any normal teenager, I went to YouTube to look into some no code software that I can make money out of. And while scrolling on YouTube, I saw this guy, Iliam Otley, and how he is teaching others to build no code softwares and actually sell it and make money out of it. I mean, I can do that. You just have to build a flowchart or something. How hard it can be. Obviously, let's just say I was wrong. It was not that easy. Okay, so the main process layout of a SaaS application, according to my knowledge, is that you have to first come up with an idea, then do its customer discovery, then you have to build a brand out of it, then you have to build the main engine, of course, then you have to build the UI, the user interface that the users will see, then you have to, of course, sell it. So when it comes to an idea, whether it be a pre-existing one or an unique one, my approach was to sit in front of a blackboard, list different types of businesses, write its respective processes, and imagine if I were to start this business today, what would I do from the start to the end? And while doing all this, I kept this question in my mind, what can AI make easier? And of course, AI can make a lot of things easier, but what can I do using AI that would help businesses grow and prosper? So after almost 2 days of brainstorming, my idea was simple. I wanted to help online course builders, and I wanted to do that by creating a software where they can input their video lectures and get multiple choice questions, subjective questions based on it as an output, making them save time and making their courses interactive. So the next step is customer discovery. It's basically validating your product and measuring the demand in the market. I did that by reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and there comes my first mistake. I wrote a big message that I'm trying to build this, build that, and would it be helpful for you? I got 6 yeses, and I got so excited to build it, I didn't even ask how much would they pay for, or even if they pay for it. I really thought these 6 people are bound to buy this product from me when it's done. And spoiler alert, they didn't even reply to me when it was done. So when it comes to branding, the key element is to not overthink about it, because honestly, nobody gives a shit. So here comes the main deal. How do I even build this software? So for the flow chart I thought I have to make, I used this software called Zapier that was totally no code and was meant to be easy. So let's now dive into that software and let me show it how easy it was. So here it is. It's meant to be pretty easy. You just have to add a trigger into it and then add action for that trigger. So for me, the trigger was to retrieve the YouTube URL of the video lecture, and that will be done by webhooks by Zapier. And I'll set up this, and you first have to select the catch hook option, configure it and test it. So I'll not show you my struggles. I'll come back when it's pretty much done. So it's finally done. And as this is not a Zapier tutorial, I'll not show you how did I do all this. I'll just show you what I did. And honestly, if you want to learn Zapier, there are a bunch of tutorials on YouTube you can learn from. So as you can see, this is V10 or version 10, as in this is the 10th draft of my whole automation. I've worked on it for days. For days. I couldn't figure out for days. So the first step, of course, is a trigger, a catch hook I explained to you previously. And as you can see in the test data, it retrieved the name of the person, the title of the video, and the YouTube URL of the video from my website that I have built. And I'll show you in the next step. Then the system checks the eligibility of the client. And if the client is eligible, meaning he has a valid subscription or a free trial, so then the main thing starts. The YouTube URL of the video is transferred to this app Dumpling AI, which I have, of course, had to find for days because previously I was using Assembly AI, but that was not working because Assembly AI doesn't work with video URLs or YouTube URLs. It works with audio files, and I can't just tell the customer to put in the audio file. So, anyways, after this gets the YouTube transcript of the video, then comes ChatGPT or OpenAI, and it performs the prompt of generating 50 MCQ questions based on this transcript that was retrieved by Dumpling AI, of course. Then simply it's updated on my website. So now comes the question, what will people see? What will customers interact with? And to build this UI, I used a no-code app builder called Software. And this was actually pretty easy for a change. You just have to drag and drop blocks and customize it to your own liking. So as I told you, it's pretty easy. There are multiple types of blocks available here: form, user accounts, payment, list, etc. And for example, if you want to add a payment block, you just go to the payment, click the add button, and it's added. Of course, you have to set it up. But so there's this thing software does. It stacks multiple blocks regardless of its visibilities. Like the first block is only visible to logged in users because it has a dashboard and the user icon. And the second block is visible to only non-logged in users because it has the start free trial button. It's pretty confusing at the first, but when you get a hang of it, it's pretty easy. Now I'll show you what I made out of this and how it works. So it's a pretty simple website with black and golden theme, and I know it's pretty rare to have this color theme when it comes to websites like this because black usually does not symbolize trust. But I wanted to have this, so I did it without thinking too much. Maybe that's my mistake. But never mind, the website starts with introductory block, followed by a hero block showing what this tool does, then me showing how it works in a video form, then the payment block. I have three payment plans. The free plan, which comes with a free trial, meaning 50 AI generated questions based on a video, then the intermediate plan, then the pro plan. So now let's imagine if you're a random person and you stumbled upon a website and you want to start a free trial. Of course, you'll first have to sign up. So once you're signed in, you'll see this page. You'll have to go to create and fill in this form. And this data that you fill in this form, it will go to Zapier and it will run that whole system and return you 50 MCQ questions on based on the link that you provide here. And when you'll fill this form and hit submit, you'll be redirected to the main dashboard where you'll get to see your MCQ questions under the title of the video you have put in that form. I forgot to do that. No, seriously, I was so excited to make all of this that I forgot to plan the selling part. So after this, all was done, all was working. I messaged those angels on LinkedIn that I thought would definitely buy from me. And they didn't reply. And after that, all my dreams of making a profitable SaaS were crushed, and I gave up and decided to make this video. No, I'm kidding. I continued to message course builders on LinkedIn and kept sending them my website link. But that failed too because nobody replied. Literally nobody replied. So I actually gave up and decided to make this video of how I failed. So to conclude this video, here are some lessons that I have learned throughout the journey, and I hope me sharing these lessons with you help you in some way or other, even if it's a little. So the first step, of course, is have a plan to sell beforehand. Do not continue without it. Do not be like me. One of my major mistakes was I did not give enough time to understand the demand in the market. I did not even research for my competition thoroughly. And I neglected arguably the most important part of starting a business: the budget, the investment plan. I fell into the trap of starting a $0 investment business. And very honestly, it's near to impossible to start a zero investment business because even if you have a very in demand skill, you still need some money to start a business. And due to that, I had no money left for marketing because I thought I'll never need it. And that led to the failure of my selling journey. Another thing I learned during this journey was give people more than they need. Always overcompensate while building a product or a service. It doesn't matter if those features are just for show, add them. It convinces people that they are getting value for their money. even if they don't use those features at all. Lastly, the most important thing I learned is, and all jokes apart, do not give up. There were moments I couldn't figure out what to do in that particular step, how to make everything work. Like for days, I felt defeated, but I didn't give up. So, no matter how stupid or how defeated you feel, just keep at it. And like always, I know you can do it.